General Hospital shocker. Willow's revenge. She switched Sasha's baby at the hospital. At first glance, Willow Corinthos seemed like the ideal nurse, compassionate, competent, and calm. But underneath her gentle exterior, something much darker had begun to grow. Ever since the tragic loss of her first child, compounded by the betrayal she experienced when she learned the truth about Nina being her biological mother, and the emotional torment she endured while Sasha rose like a phoenix, Willow had been simmering. Sasha's perfect life, doting fiancé, thriving fashion career, and now a healthy baby? It was too much. Especially when Willow had to deliver that baby herself. The night Sasha gave birth was stormy. Hospital generators flickered. A baby girl was born to Sasha and Cody, beautiful, healthy, crying with fierce lungs. But something in Willow snapped that night. She had overheard Sasha gloating to Brooklyn in the waiting room weeks prior, calling Willow sad little Wisteria Lane Barbie, always smiling through misery. That venom echoed in her mind. Willow couldn't forget. And so, in the dead of night, with the nursery under low supervision and one undocumented newborn just brought in after a tragic car crash involving a homeless mother, Willow made the switch. The babies looked almost identical, tiny pink cheeks, dark curls, olive skin. The abandoned baby's mother had succumbed to her injuries and hadn't named the child yet. Paperwork was stalled. A perfect storm. Willow knew what she was doing. She swapped the ID bands. The real baby Sasha had just given birth to was placed in foster intake. Sasha unknowingly cradled a stranger's baby the next morning. The guilt didn't hit immediately. At first, Willow felt relief. Cold, numb, but relieved. She had disrupted Sasha's perfect world. Made her taste loss. Made things fair. But as days turned to weeks, cracks began to form. Sasha didn't suspect anything at first. She was enamored with her newborn, whom she and Cody named Maya. But soon Sasha noticed odd things. The baby didn't respond to Cody's voice. Her eye color didn't resemble either parent. And the birthmark Sasha had seen on Maya's thigh right after delivery gone. Her unease grew. She confided in Gladys, surprisingly sober and supportive lately. Gladys waved it off as new mom paranoia. Cody told her to stop obsessing. But Sasha couldn't shake it. She finally turned to DNA. Secretly, she ran a paternity test between Cody and the baby. When the results came back, 0% match. Devastation. Confusion. But worse? Cody's disbelief. Cody spiraled. He accused Sasha of cheating. He moved out. They fought in the Metro court lobby. Reporters caught photos. Social media flared. The public image of Sasha Gilmore, already fragile from her past breakdown, began to fracture again. Sasha screamed through tears that she didn't cheat. She knew this was her baby. Cody didn't believe her. Even Brooklyn was hesitant. "Maybe you're having a postpartum breakdown again," she said cautiously. That hurt more than any insult. Sasha stood alone. Meanwhile, Willow watched from afar as Sasha's world collapsed. The baby Sasha should have been raising, now labeled Baby Jane Doe, was quietly placed with a foster couple in the outskirts of Port Charles. No one knew her origins. No one except Willow. But Michael noticed something was off. Willow's distant behavior. Her emotional flatness around Wiley and Amelia. Her refusal to celebrate the miracle of Sasha's baby. He asked her one night, "Do you regret becoming a nurse?" Willow smiled and said no. But behind her eyes, something flickered. Nina came to Sasha's apartment, finally offering support. She remembered her own baby loss. Her own fractured past. She told Sasha, "Sometimes the truth is buried, but you dig." That visit rekindled Sasha's fire. She went back to the hospital. Demanded access to delivery records. She had no legal grounds until she made a call to a familiar name, Valentine Cassadine. Valentine had influence in hospital boardrooms. He owed Sasha. Within a day, she had access to restricted files. She found discrepancies, timestamps, nurse rotations, missing ID scans. The nurse who handled her delivery, Willow Corinthos. Sasha waited until she knew Willow would be alone. She cornered her in the GH rooftop garden. There was no small talk. Just Sasha whispering, "What did you do to my baby?" Willow didn't deny it. Her face twitched. Her voice trembled. She said, "You took everything from me." Then she ran. Sasha filed an immediate report with the PCPD. Jordan Ashford took the case personally. A warrant was issued to review nursery surveillance from that night. Michael was crushed. He confronted Willow after Sasha's accusations and surveillance tapes were reviewed. One blurry frame showed Willow holding both babies, but the timestamp didn't match Sasha's chart. Still, it was damning. Willow sobbed in Michael's arms. She admitted everything. Said she did it in grief, in pain, in madness. Michael said nothing. Just stared. And slowly walked out the door, carrying Wiley. Willow was arrested in front of her students at the hospital's pediatric storytelling hour. Cuffed with tears rolling down her face as Amelia called, "Mama," behind her. The media frenzy was instant. Corinthos' wife arrested in baby switch horror. Nina wept when she saw the headline. Carly blamed Nina, of course. Sonny stayed silent, but visited Willow in holding. All he said was, "You broke Michael." The DNA tests confirmed everything. The little girl in foster care, still unnamed, was Sasha and Cody's biological daughter. Cody, now broken with guilt, begged Sasha to take him back. She refused. "I needed you to believe me," she said. "You didn't." The reunion was bittersweet. Sasha held her daughter in her arms, this time, really hers. She named her Hope. Willow pled guilty. No deal. No defense. She refused to let Michael or Diane intervene. In court, she addressed Sasha directly. "I'm sorry. Not because I was caught, but because you're a good mother. Better than I was allowed to be." Sasha remained silent. Willow was sentenced to 5 years in Pentonville, with possibility of parole in 2. Michael resigned from Aurora, taking full custody of Wiley and Amelia. He filed for divorce quietly, giving Willow supervised visitation. Nina begged Michael to show mercy, but he refused. Brooklyn blamed herself for brushing off Sasha. Cody, racked with guilt, began volunteering with child advocacy programs. Valentine offered Sasha a seat on the deception board. Sasha declined. She wanted a fresh start, maybe in Manhattan. Willow, in her cell, began writing letters to her children, but never mailed them. She wanted to give them peace, not pain. Sasha and Hope relocated. She opened a boutique in NYC. Occasionally seen in tabloids, she glows with quiet grace. Cody sends birthday gifts for Hope, but remains distant. Michael begins dating again, tentatively, with a woman outside the Corinthos orbit. Willow, up for early parole, meets with Diane. She's changed. Calmer. Her hair now short. She still won't ask forgiveness, but she's learning to forgive herself. And in a quiet park in Port Charles, Nina reads Goodnight Moon to Wiley and Amelia. She whispers to them, "You'll always have me," and each other.